Hello, so I am here to make you an automatic gun shop. So first off, this clock is called a money detector, and this is included in WireMod. And now it is not automatically in WireMod, so it is a special download from garysmod.org, so you might not have it. Now what you want to do is get a comparison and spawn one, and you're going to get a constant value. And the first number that I'm choosing is going to be how much the gun is going to cost, and the second number is going to be the radius of the money detector. So now I'm going to explain everything. A, which means if. B, right click and you can switch to from A to B. B equals the first number. So basically what this is saying is if this clock equals the number of 250, whatever I wire to this will change from a 0 to a 1. So that can mean a number of things. It can mean anything. Explosives, hydraulics, igniters, nailers, prop spawners, thrusters, anything. But in this case we're using guns. We're using a gun shop. So you use a thing called a user. And basically what this does is just imitate anything you can press E on. So if you were to put this in front of a door, it would work. And now, so say I'm gonna put this user right here, and I'm gonna wire this user to this. It will activate whenever this equals 250. So let me spawn a shipment real quick. Put that right there. Let me drop 250. And here's how it happens. It now detects it. I move away. Detects it. Move away. Detects it. So, now that we have that, there's a lot more stuff you're going to have to add to this. There's a lot of things you can add, and a lot of things that we're not going to add. So there's a screen, which is what I use all the time, which will tell you how much money that's being used. You wire the screen to it. Then drop money 250. Then look, 250. Bring it away, goes away. And now the money detector has range, and if it's too far, you can scam it from a distance, and then you're not going to be able to get money for your guns. So look how far this one is. Pretty far away. I want mine closer. So I'm going to wire this to what we chose in the beginning. 30 is at default, so I chose 20. Let's try it again. You have to get a lot closer for it to work. 5 will not reach out of the clock, so 5 is too little, and anything over 30 is way too much. So you want to pick the perfect number in between. Okay, so step 2, we're here. Now, you have to put a build. You have to keep this in a build. You can't just keep the shipment outside and have this over here with the money detector on it, because it doesn't look very appealing and you can very easily scam it. So now, I know a lot of you are going to try to make something like this, something very similar to this, and if you don't know what this is, the money will slide on it because you put the physical properties of Super Ice. But what I'm going to do is keep this on concrete. And here's a problem that a lot of people run into, and I'm going to address the problem, and I'm going to tell you a solution for the problem. So it stops there, and it reads the money, but what happens is the money still stays there. So when the money still stays there, what happens is when someone else puts 250 in, this reads as 500. So what you want to do is you want the money to get past this, to stay safe, and for someone else to shop there. So here is a quick fix for this. What you want to do is make a hydraulic, or somehow make it pass by. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make something very simple, not too hard, useful and explosive. Hopefully you have PHX. You grab this, No collide it with that. Put that like that. And basically what this prop is meant to do is to push the money away from its area, so someone else can move it. Okay, so now I'm gonna use hydraulics. I'm gonna show you how to use hydraulics also. Fixed is for two props moving. Not fixed is for something with a ball socket. So I'm gonna wire this to that, and then I get this controller. Put this on the panel. And now input is when it is not activated, which is not activated until the money goes through. It's gonna stay at 6. I'm gonna keep it at like 3 or maybe 5. And when it's on, I'm gonna keep it at 60. So it will move from its area all the way off and clear it. So this no longer reads 250. So I'm going to put that there, and we're going to wire this to that input, and we're going to make an output for that also. This is for 7, and we're going to keep an output on it. And all you have to do is anything that you attach to that will activate. So I'm going to put this user, and you're going to put it on that. So now whenever that reads 250, it will activate this and the user. And you can have as much stuff as you want. You can even put a sound emitter or a thruster. Maybe even, so watch, I'm going to put a thruster, and I'm going to put sparks. And just put that right there. And I'm going to wire number 1 and 0. Put that right there. I'm going to wire this to the input. Oops, that's a 7. Put that as 8. I'm going to put this as 8 now. And wire this to that. So there's a lot of ways you can customize your gun shop and make it your own. So I'm going to put this sound emitter, tag him and bag him, wire that to the input. So now whenever 8 goes off, it'll go off with this and that. Very simple. So I used 8 to press that, but once this reads it, it'll work automatically. So now no collide this, that, this with that, and this with that, so it doesn't give you any grief. Fizz gun. Okay. So see how that goes. This is what it does. It pushes it not far enough. So I'm gonna change that. 7, 5. How about 40? I think 40 will work. Oh no, that's 60. How about 75? Okay, 75. Let's try it. Perfect. So that'll push it off. So now this is going to act as the front of your gun shop. Okay. 250 on the slot. Drop. Okay, didn't get far enough. So say it got that far. It says tag 'em and bag 'em, and it will push it. Alright, so let's try that again. Maybe I should move this a little closer. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put that a little closer. Now let's try it. Pushes it off, and now it says it's 0. So now when someone comes up to it, they can grab their gun, and then say another customer is right beside them, they can go and put money in right away again. It clears it. It pushes the money away from it. There you go. We have continuous customers. So now we have continuous customers. They need to know if there's anything left, if there's any guns left. So I'm going to use this thing called a ranger, and you're going to have the output as distance, and I'm going to put it right above the user, and you want it not too long, probably like 25. And now we're going to use a HUD indicator. You can use the HUD indicator as is, you just choose your model. I'm going to put this model, I'm going to put it right there, and all you have to do is wire this to distance, and now whenever something is blocking the way of the ranger, it turns green. So now what would happen if you spent all the money, and you wasted all the guns? It turns red. Right there. Put it back in front of it, you put a new shipment, and then it turns green. So now it's back in stock, and people will know. You can just put a sign next to it, green means in stock, if you want. Okay. So now let's apply our knowledge, and we can make 3 guns into one shop very easily. So all A's are going to be on the clock / money detector. Range is still going to be 20. And so now B on this one will be $2. B on this one will be $3. And B on this one will be $4. So now the $2 one, which you have to remember, will be on the 4th one. $3 second one, and $4 on the 3rd one. And now I'm going to put some HUD indicators right above them so you can know if they're in stock or not. Pick some pretty small. 1, 2, 3. So now you know. And let's put this over there. This one over there. And this one right there. Alright, so now you know that they're there. So let's try it. Drop money 2. You got that one. Drop money 3. You got that one. And let's drop money 4. And there you go. That's how you make a gun shop. So now you're gonna have to play around with these a lot. There's gonna be a lot of things that you're gonna have to try out. And if you're having trouble because the guns aren't spawning high enough, there's a little trick. You flip it upside down, like this. Watch how high this one spawns, and watch how high this one spawns. Very low, watch how high this one spawns. Very high. So if you're having that problem, then there you go, there's a quick fix. Remember, you have to get this off of garysmod.org. And these are just simple chips, very simple chips. And there you go. Oh my god, I'm so scared.